MC again. Welcome to my channel. I'm the founder of Study, Live, Explore Canada. So that's a website that I created for international students. So if you want to know more about my life here in Canada as international students, then you should check that out. I have the website link here below. So right now I'm here in Victoria, British Columbia. I'm working towards my permanent residency. If that is something that you're interested in, then consider subscribing to my channel and click the notification bell for more updates. So today we're gonna talk about top 10 affordable school here in Canada. So there are tons of school here in Canada. I know it's gonna kind of hard to do the school hunting considering that you only have a limited budget. So by the way, I'm gonna discuss each school when it comes to their tuition fee, cost, and do they require an IELTS, what's the unemployment rate in that certain province, and as well as the cost of living. So our top 10 is Conestoga College. That's somewhere in Ontario. They have like 6 campuses across Ontario, but the tuition fee in that school is around $13,800 per year if you're going to take a business administration program. So if you're worried about having an IELTS, they don't require you to have an IELTS. You just need to submit your English as medium of instruction. So the cost of living in that area is not that much when you compare with Toronto because it's outside the city. I've been there once or twice, so I would describe it as a family-friendly community. So if you're looking for something like that, then Ontario is for you. You can consider starting in Conestoga then. And then the unemployment rate in Ontario is 5.6. So now let's move on to top 9. Our top 9 is College of Caledonia. It's somewhere in British Columbia, and the tuition fee cost in College of Caledonia is $12,500 per year. However, they require you to have an IELTS with 6.0, no lower than 5.5. And then the cost of living in that area is medium because it's outside of Vancouver City, and the unemployment rate in British Columbia is 4.7%. So that's pretty good if you are going to compare with other provinces across Canada. Now let's move on to top 8. So our top 8 is Yukon College. So if you're wondering where Yukon is, it's somewhere up north of British Columbia. So yes, it's pretty cold in that area. It's extremely cold. So the tuition fee in Yukon College is $12,000 per year. I'm wondering why it's $12,000 per year. It's because that area is not fully dense, so don't want to live there. But yeah, so I'm just wondering why it's 12,000 considering it's outside of nowhere, it's up north and it's extremely cold. So I'm just wondering, I don't think they want international students to come over there and study. They also require you to have an IELTS. They didn't specify it on their website like how much IELTS you need to have, but they require you to take the IELTS. So again, the cost of living in the Yukon is medium to high because you're outside of nowhere and they need to transfer your food and stuff. And I think you can live in Whitehorse, but still living in Whitehorse is not that cheap. The unemployment rate in the Yukon is 3.6%, so that's pretty good. So our top 7, it's a very special. It's Nova Scotia Community College, my alma mater. So Nova Scotia Community College is somewhere in Nova Scotia, Atlantic Province, and the tuition fee per year is $11,800 per year, and they also require you to have an IELTS of 6.0 in all bands. And the cost of living in Nova Scotia is pretty low if you're going to compare with other provinces like Toronto or Ontario. And then however, the unemployment rate in Nova Scotia is around 7.2 per year. So this same unemployment rate is based from last year, 2019. So top 6 is Lethbridge College. So Lethbridge College is somewhere in Alberta. It's just down below Calgary. So if you're gonna drive it, it's gonna be around 2 hours drive from Calgary. So the tuition fee in this school is around 10,764 per year. So if you're going to take a multimedia production, it's a diploma. But other than that, they have like they have different tuition fee costs per program. So I just saw this program that's pretty affordable. And also the good thing about this school is you can waive your English exam, but they always change the rules, so you just have to double check with Lethbridge College if they don't really require an IELTS. If they do, they want you to have 6.0, not lower than 6.0. So the unemployment rate in Alberta is 6.9, and then the cost of living in this area is not that much because it's outside of the city, it's outside of Calgary. So you're gonna expect that the cost of living will be medium. So our top 5 will be Northern Lights College. So Northern Lights College is somewhere on the east side of British Columbia. It's specifically in Dawson Creek. So for IELTS, some programs they don't require you to have an IELTS, but in some they do. So you just have to double check if your program that you'd like to take has an IELTS requirement. And the tuition fee for this school is around $332 per unit. So if you're gonna take 30 units per year, then it's gonna be around $9,962 per year. Again, the unemployment rate in British Columbia is pretty low, it's just 4.7, and as well as the weather, it's not that bad. And living in Dawson Creek is not that expensive because it's far away from Vancouver City. It's like on the other side of British Columbia, so you're gonna expect that it's gonna be medium. Our top 4 will be New Brunswick Community College. So New Brunswick Community College is just like really close to Nova Scotia, just right next to Nova Scotia. So New Brunswick Community College has $9,300 per year for their tuition fee, and they don't require you to have an IELTS. And if you're going to consider cost of living, it's pretty good. However, the unemployment rate in this province is around 7.9, so it's kind of high when you compare it with Ontario, British Columbia, and Alberta. But if you want to consider moving to a province and you want to immigrate really quick, then Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, it's a good choice because of Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So if you want to know more about how to apply to Nova Scotia Community College and New Brunswick Community College, I have the link here in the description bar, and I also have the link here above. Now we're gonna discuss our top 3. Now our top 3 is Medicine Hat College. So Medicine Hat College is somewhere in Alberta. However, they require you to have an IELTS with a score of 6.0, not lower than 5. And surprisingly, the tuition fee here is pretty reasonable. It's around 8,200 per year if you're going to take an healthcare aid, and then if you want to take a business administration program, it's around 9,000 per year. So that's really good. So Medicine Hat College is just somewhere down Calgary. It's 2 hours away from Calgary, so if you're thinking about cost of living here, it's pretty decent. It's gonna be medium. And again, the unemployment rate in Alberta is around 6.9%. So our number 2 on our list is Selkirk, how can I pronounce this? Selkirk College. So Selkirk College is in British Columbia. They require you to have 6.0 for your IELTS. 6.0, not lower than 5. And some program, they require you to have an IELTS of 6.5. But the good catch here is they have 5,000 Canadian dollars per year. The cost of the program again is gonna be 5,000 per year. So I'm just surprised when I check their website and I dig in and then I look at the tuition fee cost and I found out, oh, they have like 5,000. If you're going to take medical office administration, if you want to take a diploma, then it's gonna be more expensive. So if you're gonna take a post-grad diploma, so it's gonna be around 12,000. So I'm just saying, if you want to take a 1-year course, so consider this college. So the cost of living here is medium, and again the unemployment rate is 4.7%. And our top one on our list is Holland College. So Holland College is somewhere in Prince Edward Island. PEI, it's right above of Nova Scotia. It's 6 hours away from Nova Scotia. So I've been there once. I visited during winter and I saw their ocean is just frozen ocean. So the only bad side of Holland College is, I guess, the weather, but that's not like I met a lot of people who were living there, like Filipino community, and they don't find it really extreme if you're going to compare it with the Yukon. But I can just stay there for 2 years. Like, I don't care about the weather. I'll just stay there, just work there and move to another province. So that's pretty good because you're just gonna spend 8,000. So IELTS, it's optional. They don't require you to have an IELTS if you just finished your school recently. So there's no gap in between more than 2 years. So again, the cost of living in this province, the cost of living here is not that much. It's gonna be pretty low. However, the unemployment rate is 8.8. That's pretty high. I thought like Nova Scotia and New Brunswick is the highest, but PEI has 8.8%. So I think you just need to worry about finding a job after school. But again, I think that you could, if I would study again, I'll study here for 2 years and move to another province. I also found out that University of Victoria and University of Cape Breton University are pretty affordable too. So when I check out their website, I found out that University of Victoria has like around 10,000 per year or per program. I'm not pretty sure. That's why I didn't include it in my blog and and also in this video in my top 10. So if you want to check that out, you can go to their website. You can ask the school admission if that's true. So I'm still doing my research about it. If I found out that it's pretty cheap, then I'm going to have another video about how to apply to University of Victoria because it's just next to my office. So I can just go there and then do a campus tour with you guys. And also like Cape Breton University is somewhere in Nova Scotia. So when I check out their websites, it's just hard to calculate the tuition fee. But I saw some posts about the tuition fee there. It's around 12,000. But I want you guys to check that out. So if you're interested to go to those universities, then you're free to do that. So my next video next week will be about schools without IELTS. So if you want to know more about that, again, consider subscribing to my channel and I'll see you next week. Bye!